morning guys, another stunning day here. I mean, look at that clear blue skies just all the way around. Just down here this morning we've got a couple of things to sort out on the truck. We've got some logs to go and deliver this week, so we've got a bit of servicing to do today, just checking over things, make sure they're all good to go. But while I was down here I thought I would show you what the moisture content of that wood that we split yesterday is, just out of interest to see what happens. So come along for the journey today. Right guys, so got a bit of wood from yesterday's pile that we split out and chuck a moisture meter in there. It's going to read up backwards here. It's going to look like 51, but it's 21. I'll flip the view. 21.6. That's down the middle of that split bit of wood. So that was split yesterday and we're already at 21. So that's what I'm saying, we've got those logs that are down. They've been down for 3 years. They start to dry out pretty good. These other logs that are down in this pile out the front, this is the difference. So this one is taken from the pile in front of us. And that one there is reading it 18. Back to front for you guys, but 18. And we've got 18 again. $19, $18. Yeah. So the difference is that wood that we're looking at, which comes out of this pile, that stuff there was freshly cut probably 8 months ago now, and that's been sitting out here just seasoning away, getting done. So it's taken a lot longer to get to the same moisture content reading as we've got out of the pile that we've just been splitting, because the logs have been dry. So it makes a huge difference. This means that holding the extra stock of having the logs, I can straight away get into selling those, you know, give them a couple of weeks and they'll be well ready to go. But I mean, even at 20% is pretty good. Most people down here in the South Island don't even really do too much with their moisture content. I know a lot of guys sell it wet here, which is a big problem. I think it's just crap quality. So my goal is 20% or below for every bit of wood that goes out there. We're working on various options to make sure that that stays dry. But out here in this yard, it's like you can see behind me, we're getting a fair chunk of sun. We're protected, but we get a lot of wind, so it dries out quite quickly. And the sun will be back on these piles as the day progresses around. It's earlier in the morning today. You can see sun's up there, big bright. Yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update on where and how dry that wood is for these particular piles that we're doing. It's just the old logs, they just dry out, and you know, when you split them down, they just dry quicker straight away. There'll be the old one in there that's not as good, would have been sitting at the bottom of the log pile, or you know, just been sitting on the ground. But a lot of that stuff is pretty dry. We try and keep the chunks a bit smaller and blue gum, they burn hotter and better anyway. The real big stuff always stays a bit wetter, some of the stuff like this. So when you start getting into this size wood, that'll stay wetter for a bit longer, but a lot of that other stuff, it's all halved, corded. Won't take long. Bit of wind up here, and she'll come around and get it. So yeah, that's us for another day. Cooper's already retired into the quad bike. We had a bit of repairs and maintenance to do today, so we just loaded up the log deck for another day, stacked up some of this wood. It's one of many piles. I've got a few stashes around the place just to separate the wood. This spot here is awesome in winter under the trees, so we stack the stuff here for in the middle of the winter season. It's already pretty much dry now, but it'll be super dry by the time we get into winter, because it would have sat here for quite a while. It's not a huge stack, but it's just we've got to do a little bit of each of them to keep us going. And we've got more piles elsewhere just sitting, which is ready to ship for unseasoned stuff. So guys do DIY, dry your own firewood, and they just take it straight off the splitter basically, so we sell quite a bit that way. And now in the summer months we do the pine, because it'll be dry and spend its time drying through the summer, and then as we go into winter, some of it goes in the sheds and other stuff stays up under these trees and we tarp it up. But look at that view we've got. Stunning. It's what have we got? 9:15. Daylight. Gotta love the South Island. Anyway, that's us signing off for another day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to push the subscribe button and the like button. The reason we do that is to keep this little guy happy. He's pretty adamant we're going to make a channel on this. And so is the dog Carl. Carl's pretty keen to be part of it too. But yeah, cheers guys for the support, and we'll see you in the next one.